Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and Overwatch has had hundreds of skins released over the past 7 years, but every once in a while, there's a skin that comes around that causes a little bit of controversy within the community. And so far, I've already made 2 videos looking at a bunch of controversial skins that I'll include at the very end of this video, but today we're gonna look at some controversial skins that became controversial not because of the way that they looked, but rather how they were priced or given to players. We're gonna look at a skin that cost 1 coin all the way to a skin that you can't even buy with $1 million. But I'm pretty sure this first skin is something that every single person owns because it quite literally only cost 1 coin to own, and that is the Gingerbread Bastion skin. Now, in the era of Overwatch 2 skins costing an arm and a leg and basically your whole entire organ system, to have a skin be as controversial as this one to only cost 1 coin, there has to be a little bit of context. And admittedly, this Gingerbread Bastion skin probably is the least controversial skin that we'll ever cover because it did only cost 1 coin. But there's 2 reasons why this skin was super annoying to own. The first is that you had to come up with 1 coin to get this skin. They could have easily made it for free, but my guess as to why they made it cost 1 coin is to probably measure how many people was interacting with the shop, how many people even had coins to spend on the shop skins, and more than likely just trying to measure how many players were actually still playing around Christmas time in 2022. So you still had to spend money even for this 1 coin Bastion skin.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
Or you just completed a weekly challenge to get 30 coins to then get the skin. But what was probably even more infuriating was the fact that this Bastion skin made your Overwatch 2 coin bank account an odd number. And this sometimes resulted in players only having 999 coins available.
No! No, that fucking Bastion skin! No!
Again, this skin is less so controversial and more so just annoying, knowing that Blizzard could have easily released the skin for free, or at the very least have this tied to a challenge like what they do nowadays. But we started off this video with the least expensive skin to be released in the Overwatch 2 shop. What if we looked at the most expensive skin in Overwatch 2 that people were met with disbelief when they first saw? And what I'm talking about is the Kiriko Witch skin. When the first Overwatch 2 event came out, which was the 2022 Halloween event, alongside of it came an Executioner Junker Queen skin and a Kiriko Witch skin bundle that cost 2,600 coins. Now, seeing a skin bundle priced at that amount is actually pretty standard nowadays, where now we even see skin bundles cost anywhere from 4,000 to even 5,000 depending on how many skins are bundled in. But you have to understand, at the time, it was shocking to know that this was going to be the reality of Overwatch skins, because only a couple weeks ago were we able to unlock Overwatch 1 skins for free in one way or another, either simply by playing the game and getting them through loot boxes or by buying them with credit. So to see a skin that was, yes, bundled in with a bunch of extra stuff, cost at a quote-unquote discounted price of 2,600 coins, which was the equivalent of about $26, it was beyond frustrating to see, especially for Overwatch 1 veteran players. But what if I were to tell you there was an Overwatch skin that you couldn't obtain either through credits or through coins, but rather giving $15 to an Overwatch content creator? That's right, there was a Medic Brigida skin release that was only made available through a support a streamer program on Twitch. And how this worked is that you had to donate 3 gifted subs. You couldn't sub yourself for it to count. No, you had to gift 3 subs to a specific streamer in a window of time that was streaming Overwatch 2. And some of the streamers that were part of this program were some of the most famous Overwatch 2 players of all time. People like Disguised Toast and I'm a Cutie Pie. And let us not forget about the top 500 most famed streamer of all time, T-Pain. Yeah, T-Pain. You know, the rapper that made Buy You a Drink and Bartender. Who could forget about his absolutely nasty Genji play? Now, obviously, there were actual Overwatch content creators that were part of this program, but it was soon nicknamed the Overwatch Stimulus Package because this was seen as just basically donating money to millionaire streamers for this skin that could have otherwise just been made for free. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, alright? I'm gonna be real here. That Medic Brigida skin did help pay my rent for that month, so thank you, Blizzard, for creating that program. Can you bring another one? But what if there was an Overwatch skin that was quite literally created just to symbolize OG Overwatch players that were then made available to anybody, and specifically Nintendo Switch players. Well, that's exactly what happened with the Noir Widowmaker skin. Noir Widowmaker was a pre-order bonus for anybody that pre-ordered Overwatch 1 back in 2016. And pre-order bonuses, especially when it comes to cosmetics, are a very common marketing tool to try to influence people to commit to buying a game, and Overwatch was no different. However, that was really the only pre-order bonus that you got, and really was the only exclusive skin in the game other than the collector's edition, which anybody could buy at any point. So while Noir Widowmaker might not have been that rare at the beginning, over time it definitely became a lot more sought after because the only way they can get it was with a code that you got with the game. You could obviously go onto eBay and buy it, which is how I bought it for like 20 bucks. Eventually it reached at peaks at like $100. But the Noir Widowmaker stock would come crashing down with the release of Overwatch 1 on the Nintendo Switch in October of 2019. If you bought Overwatch 1 on the Nintendo Switch, you got the most sought after item in the whole entire game up until that point. 3 months of Nintendo Online, baby! Oh yeah, and you got Noir Widowmaker, which I guess is pretty cool. Now, while this is definitely fair for Nintendo Switch owners because they never got a chance to pre-order Overwatch on their console of choice until about 3 years later, this was extremely unfair for original Noir Widowmaker owners because now their OG skin was getting devalued. And I know that's wild to say, devaluing an OG Overwatch skin, because it's really unheard of. It's really only seen in games like Fortnite where they had tons of skins released in small periods of time. But for Overwatch, this was the only way to show that you were an OG player, especially on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. But now with the Nintendo Switch getting their hands on Noir Widowmaker, and with cross progression coming into the game, now anybody could get Noir Widowmaker, and it really wouldn't show if you were an OG player because you could have gotten it as early as October in 2019 and transfer the skin to your other platforms. But while Noir Widowmaker might be seen as an exclusive skin, there's an even more exclusive skin so rare that only 300 people in the whole entire world have access to, and there is no way for you to get. And what I'm talking about is the Aqua Gentle Monster d.va skin. Now, this skin is controversial on 2 separate fronts. The first of which is the rarity of the skin. Like I mentioned before, only 300 people could actually obtain this skin because this skin was bundled in through a code with the Gentle Monster d.va glasses that were given out to friends and influencers of Overwatch and the Gentle Monster sunglass brand. People like BTS and Billie Eilish and various Overwatch streamers are the only people that got a hold of these glasses, and that means that they are the only people that got the Aqua Gentle Monster d.va skin. But the other reason why the Aqua Gentle Monster d.va skin was so controversial is because it was just a recolor of the Fuchsia Gentle Monster d.va skin, which that skin was just another recolor of the EDM d.va skin released back in Season 1, which was then later sold in the shop for 2,600 coins, where originally the EDM d.va skin was the first free skin that you got in the Battle Pass. Now, while the Fuchsia Gentle Monster d.va skin is a legendary skin which is commonly priced at about 1,900 coins, it was discounted at 1,000 coins because it literally was just a recolor of a Battle Pass skin previously released in Season 1. But it's just another swift reminder of how expensive Overwatch skins are, but also how expensive recolored skins could be, but also how annoying exclusive skins can get, considering the fact that one of the recolored skins are limited to the people that got the glasses given to them by Blizzard. But now I ask you, do you think exclusive skins belong in Overwatch 2? Do you think the value of original owners of a skin should continue to have that value? Or do you think skins should just be given to anybody? Let me know in the comments down below. But until the next controversial skin video, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.